So tonight I wanted to show the gas tank for the CJ7 we're working on. This is a new replica made in Taiwan. And we've got a new gas tank skid plate, the tank, the sending unit, the lines, the vent, and the filler neck and everything. So for anybody out there redoing a CJ, this is a great option. I like the 15-gallon tanks. They're much easier to get, and the skid plate setup is much easier to work with as compared to the 22 or 23, whatever. Those big things, they take up way too much room and no room for exhaust. So that's not my jam. But anyway, the sending unit here, you've got the feed line. I've run that off. I'll deal with that once we get it in the Jeep. And then I'm not running a return because it's just an old style V8. So I take the return and I run it over here to one of the vents right on the tank. So it just loops back to itself. And then the other port, I run to a rollover valve. So if you ever roll the Jeep over, hopefully you don't. One way it's like this, and the other way it won't let any fuel out. So if you roll the Jeep over, gas won't come spilling out. This is a Holley part. I've had some issues with them not venting properly, but I've diagnosed it in different ways where it is and isn't a problem. So anyway, let me show you what I got underneath. Nothing real too fancy here. I wanted a little bit of a cushion here, and I don't have the plastic barrier, whatever you call it. I don't know, skid plate, anti-rub plate. So I took some heat wrap, and I just cut that out and put it in there on the highest part of the tank so it won't chafe, when the tank is sitting in there. It really won't move. You'll see how tight it gets once you put the straps on, but I like a little extra something in there just to make sure, we don't have issues too far along down the road. One thing I wanted to go over while I had this whole fuel tank thing going on was the Holley, I guess it's the Sniper in-tank fuel pump sending unit, direct fit for the CJs 5 and 7. And this is a real nice piece. I took it out of the bag here. It fits in up top just like the regular one would with the lock collar, and you've got your single outlet there. And there's a bunch of stuff going on here. Well, yes and no. So you got the float for your fuel level and then the pump. And I believe that is line that's made to be submersed in fuel. And I've run into problems trying to make this stuff on my own. And I've run these before with excellent results. And, it's made to be in gas. And they're a really nice setup. And then they have also, on this end, this is the plug setup. It's a weather pack connector. And that's, power ground, the sending unit. And then, what's the other one? 12 volts, ground, sender. I don't know. Where does that all go? Got one there and one there. Oh, I guess ground for the sender, ground for the pump, and then 12 volts for the pump, and then the sender wire. But anyway, that was confusing. So it'll come with the other end too in the bag there, and then another collar. And again, that goes in just like this one does. And I didn't show that, but that actually goes in pretty easy. If you have to fight that really bad, then something's probably not right. So this setup here is going to be going on this Jeep, which is another project that used to run on propane. And we're going to run a Holley on that too. I've had really good luck with that. So we'll keep going. Well, now you can see I got the strap on this side. Giggity. New hardware, and then the strap on top. And then there's one more over on this side. These fit awful. So when you get your Chinese reproductions and they don't fit good, don't feel like you're the only one. Just do what you gotta do to get it on there. If you tighten up the ones front to back too much, it's gonna shorten up the skid plate because that goes in your rear cross member and that goes in whatever the next one. So you may have to mess with that once you get it in, and that strap fits in like this T-handle type thing, so you paint everything all up nice and it's going to get all scratched when you put it in. So I'm sure there's some Jeep expert that'll tell me this is wrong, and that's fine, but I've been doing it this way and it holds the gas fine, so I think you'll have no problem. Good luck.